Okay, so I've been doing some thinking, and with the release of the A6400 just smack down in the middle between the A6500 and the A6300, kind of better than the A6500 in other ways, and then it didn't get in-body image stabilization, and it's just weird. Their camera lineup right now for the crop bodies is kind of weird. So I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about this weird lineup and just help you guys decide if you're going to buy a Sony crop sensor body, which one should it be? Which one is right for you? So today I'm going to try to answer that question. Please don't destroy me in the comments below, because I know pretty much anything related to gear is kind of controversial, and quite honestly the gear community is kind of toxic these days for camera stuff. But I'm just trying to do this video just to help you guys out, because I'm shooting on the A6500 and I've thought about these things myself. So let's just get right into this video. Okay, so let's just start off with, well, in chronological order, the cameras. So it started with like the A5000, A5100, but we're not going to talk about them because they're not in this. We're not bringing them into this, and we're not confusing things more. So we're going to start with the A6000. Now this is a really popular camera just because of the price versus quality. You're getting the same 24 megapixel sensor found in the whole A6000 line, and you can find them for around 500 or sometimes even less. That's a really good deal for the camera you're getting. Photography wise, you're getting about the same quality as all of these. There's no difference. Video wise, you can't shoot 4K. Moving up to the A6300, you're getting a lot more features. It's pretty much a A6500 without in-body image stabilization and no touchscreen. The A6400, on the other hand, brings quite a few new features, like more autofocus points with contrast detection, a better processor, the wide dynamic range, HLG color profile, the screen doesn't dim. You get all these features. But then they got rid of in-body image stabilization, which is the one thing that the A6500 still has over the A6400. So it starts off with the A6000 lowest, around 500, A6300, which is around 800, this one here, which is around $900, and then we move up to the A6500, which is $1,200. So that's pretty confusing right there, just being that the one that's below this one in the lineup actually has some better features, just it lacks in-body image stabilization. A6000 is just down there by itself. It doesn't shoot 4K, and if you're not planning to shoot 4K, I would just say you're done with this video. Go buy the A6000. You're going to get the best price on that thing, and the quality is still really good. Even in 1080p, you're looking at good quality. If you don't need 4K, I would recommend it. But then it gets more confusing. If you do want 4K, where do you go? The A6300 is probably the most affordable 4K crop sensor body you can get from Sony. But you are losing out on some things. You're not getting the benefits of in-body image stabilization from the A6500, and you're not getting things like the HLG color profile, that amazing autofocus system, the lack of the dimming of the screen in 4K, but you are getting the best price. So if you just need 4K and you want to get the absolute best price, you want to get the cheapest one that you can get but still get really good high quality 4K video, I would recommend the A6300. You're still getting all these color profiles, S-Log2, S-Log3, all these great color profiles. You're getting 4K up to 30 frames per second at 100 megabits per second. You're getting 1080p at 120 frames per second. You're getting a lot of video features. And on the photo side, they're all pretty similar, just their shooting speeds differ a bit, but really they're all fast enough. They get a bigger buffer with the A6500 over the A6300, but still, there was never really an issue when I had the A6300 for my usage case scenarios. That may differ for yours, but really just in general, if you want the cheapest 4K Sony crop camera that can shoot, well, 4K like I said, I would recommend the A6300. Now moving up to the big boys, the top of the line A64 and A6500. This is where it's really confusing, because it's kind of, you pay more, you get in-body image stabilization, but then you're still lacking features that the cheaper one has. Vice versa, you get more features for less, but then you lack in-body image stabilization, which is kind of a big one in my opinion. Yes, it's not the best on the A6500, but it's still very good for using non-native lenses without stabilization. It helps a lot, I can assure you of that. So, starting off, if you want to get the most features and you just have $900 sitting around, you're not looking to spend over $1,000, just get the A6400. It's going to have everything other than in-body image stabilization, but you can get some stabilized lenses to counter that a bit. Get a gimbal because these cameras are so small and portable. And really, if you're just looking to get the cheapest one with the most features, I'd say right now the A6400 is the best bang for your buck. $900 for a crop sensor body, 4K, new HLG, no dimming of the screen, all these cool features. It's a pretty good deal. And you get the flippy screen. You get the flippy screen, not in the best place, mind you, but you get the flippy screen. So if you're planning to vlog, A6400, there's absolutely no other option in this list, none other than that one. They don't have flip out screens, so A6400 if you want to vlog. But what if you just want the best crop sensor mirrorless camera from Sony? I don't know. I can't tell you. I have yet to figure out what the best crop sensor mirrorless camera is from Sony. If you need the stabilization, get the A6500. If you want all the features, you don't mind the lack of in-body image stabilization, if you don't think that you would use that enough to justify it, get the A6400. If neither of them had the in-body image stabilization, the A6400 would be a much better camera than the A6500. But since it does lack it, it just kind of makes things so much more confusing. If they had just thrown it in, yes, it would have completely got rid of the A6500 as any camera to buy. But really, that's the deciding factor. Do you need IBIS? If you don't, get the A6400. You're saving money and you're getting more features, and other than the lack of the in-body image stabilization. If you do need in-body image stabilization and you need a camera now, I'd say go for the A6500. It's still a really good camera. Yes, you lose out on the flippy screen, the no dimming of the screen, the new autofocus system, and the new processor, but it's still a really good camera, and the quality coming out of it is still very, very good. So that is what I would recommend for that. But if you do want all these new features and you want in-body image stabilization, wait for the A7000. It should be coming out this year, and it's pretty much what I'm guessing will be a baby between the A6500, the A6400, and the Fuji X-T3. It's just gonna be basically your best bet for a crop sensor mirrorless camera, in my opinion. So if you do have time to wait and you just wanna get the most out of your crop sensor camera, you just want the most professional one with all the features of both these cameras combined and stuff like from the Fuji X-T3, 4K 60, 10-bit, wait for the Sony a7000. If you can wait it out, I would recommend doing that. You're gonna have a lot of features, but you are probably gonna have to pay for it. So just remember that. We're looking probably at least $1,500, so a bit more expensive, but it's gonna be basically the best crop sensor camera you can buy. So that's what I think you should do if you're looking into the A6000 line. You're just a photographer or you don't need 4K, A6000. You want the cheapest 4K crop sensor camera from Sony, A6300. You want all the features there possibly are right now on a crop sensor mirrorless camera from Sony, and you don't need IBIS, A6400. You need IBIS, get the A6500. You won't be disappointed with any of these cameras. I can recommend them all. You get amazing quality versus price. They are all lacking a bit on ease of use. You are better off if you're looking for ease of use, go with something like a Canon. But for sheer quality versus price, you're not going to be disappointed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and have a great day, everyone.